Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. It is modeled in 1/48 scale and it copies Junkers 88C-6b. It's a night version of the famous German aircraft from the World War II times. And now we have a chance to check this commercial sample of this plastic, so it means that you will get exactly the same kit if you order it from any good model shop, for example Modelimex. So once again, it is molded in 1/48 scale, and as you can see, it is replicating the version with radars. We have those antennas on the nose, and it will be quite interesting in 1/48 scale because it is huge in finished state. So as you can see, box surprisingly is not that big for this kit. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Then we can check some information about it. So it is printed on the side of the box. Here we have inside 250 parts, and assembled model will have wingspan equal to 418 millimeters. So of course you will need paint and glue, as it's written here, and here we have short history note. On the other side there should be marking. It is the same marking as what we can see on the box art, so let's return to the box art. Here you can see it. As you can see, box art is beautiful, truly beautiful here, so I wonder if ICM will start to produce these pictures as a posters because it's really nice. So that's a typical ICM box, so we have this color printed flexible top part, and then inside we have this white cardboard box which should protect everything inside. So just give me a second to open it so that we can see the packaging. As you can see, packaging is a bit tight. Here you can see that top cover almost touches the parts, and moreover all sprues are packed into the same plastic bag, so it is better to check them before the purchase. I mean, you can get some surprises, not like really, I would say, bad ones, but still it is better to check if you have such possibility. So let's open it. And we will take a closer look at all sprues which are hidden here in this plastic bag. So first of all, of course, we have those plastic frames with engine parts. So here I will show you the first one. As you can see, it is dedicated to engine, gondolas and propellers. We have also here landing gear, wheels, parts, and note that wheels should be assembled out of two hulls, so it is better to buy some resin replacement if you have found one, because I mean aircraft will be huge, so it's really worth investing into some detailing if you would like to have a nice result. Here, by the way, you can see separately molded rudder house. Also these are the tail fin parts. And here we have the tail landing gear wheel, which is molded together with landing gear arm, so you won't be able to separate it, and that means that if you find some, let's say, the special resin replacement for this part, it will be a bit tricky to replace it, but I think aftermarket manufacturers will think it through and provide you with alternative part which will copy what we have in the kit. And as for the landing gear wheels, I don't see any guiding elements. We only have here the recessed surface. So just give me a second, I will try to focus the camera. Here you can see it, that we have recessed surface, and that's pretty much all. While on engine gondolas we have position pins, which should help you with proper alignment of these parts. The same applies to the tail fins, as you can see here, and to the rudder parts, which are placed here and here. And these elements are really crucial because size of these parts is really huge, relatively huge, so it is better to have them. Here we have next plastic sprue. This one carries another type of engine gondolas. Again, we have another type of the tail surfaces and another type of propellers with larger blades, as you can see on this video. Again, inside we have guiding elements. Here you can see them. Let me focus the camera. No, it doesn't focus. So let's do it like this. Now you should be able to see it. So even on those engine gondolas we have guiding elements, which will help you speed up the assembly process. Next we have the special transparent plastic bag with clear part. That's obviously a canopy. As you can see, molding quality looks great. And the only thing you have to do here is buy masks, because masks are not included, so you have to somehow cover this part with stickers, and it will be up to you if you would like to cut them with your own hands or you would like to use some aftermarket set, which is easy to apply and will speed up the assembly process. Here you can see next plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to fuselage halves. As you remember, tail segment is molded separately. Here you can see some other parts for this section of the airplane. Also here we have cockpit elements, and inside we have guiding elements for fuselage halves. I would like to bring closer the fuselage halves so that you can see what we have molded in here. So first of all, we have molded in antennas, as you can see here. We also have the guiding pins here and some minor detailing in cockpit. Of course, it will be extended with help of separately molded parts. As you can see, we have here special position points for those parts, but even out of the box kit should look good once you apply all the parts in place. And as far as I know, there is also aftermarket PE set available, which should help you with more detailing. And here you can see external surfaces, recessed panel lines are present, of course. It's really nice molding quality. Attachment points are thin enough in order to carefully separate these parts without damaging them. Next we have another clear sprue. This one is bigger because here we have the, let's say, universal sprue, which is typical for all Junkers 88 kits from ICM. Here you can see it. Again, all clear parts look really good, and again we don't have any masks included, so be ready to work with those small sections of the canopies. Next we have two absolutely identical sprues. They are dedicated to engine parts, so I will show you only one because they carry similar elements. Here, as you can see, we have engines. Also we have some external parts. For example, here we have bombs, and it is really nice to see in 1/48 scale engines included out of the box. Of course, it will be up to you if you would like to expose them on your airplane or not, but it's really nice to have it, and maybe it is worth thinking on how to open both cowlings on your airplane, or at least to have removable engine panels on your model. Here you can see the next plastic sprue. This one comes with various minor elements for external and internal detailing. We have here separately molded ailerons and flaps, pilot seats, landing gear, legs, also some minor cockpit elements. Everything is molded nicely, but you have to be careful with these parts because these thin parts will definitely require some due care and really careful separation. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is noticeably smaller than what we saw before. Here we have various external parts as well as machine guns. Machine guns can be found here, and these look good. As you can see, they are placed on one attachment point, but I would search for a metal barrel for these machine guns because they really deserve it and they will be visible on the finished model. So try to find one and get it for the project. Of course, it depends on what type of project you plan to build, because for out-of-the-box project is understandably not necessary. And here you can see the last plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to antennas. Surprisingly, these antennas are molded as one-piece parts, so you just cut them off, clean them, and you're good to go to install them on the nose section. Of course, also here we have the new nose section which will house these antennas. We have also flame hiders on the exhausts. They were necessary on the night versions, and here we have more of these antennas. And here you have to glue small parts together. So next we have last gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to huge wings. As you remember, this model will have really impressive wingspan. So here you can see them. These are really nice parts. We have recessed panel lines, riveting present. As you remember, whole wing mechanization parts are molded separately. And inside we should have guiding elements which will help you with proper positioning of those two parts together, because otherwise it will be a bit tricky. And as you remember, those wings should slide into the fuselage, so they are not fixed by some other different method. Next we have assembly manual. Assembly manual is printed in form of this typical ICM brochure. As you can see, we have short history note on the first page. Then we have parts map. And note that many parts won't be used from this sprue, as you remember. But I would like to show you also this decal sheet. Here it is. I hope you can see it. Let's focus the camera. So here you can see it. We have small decal for the dashboard, and that's pretty much all for the cockpit, but still we have all necessary symbols for several marking options. We also have few stencils, of course not the full range of the stencils, but still it is nice to have at least this. And printing quality is nice. Some of you complained that there is no swastika in this set, I mean in German aircraft from ICM, so I really hope that ICM will try to fix it, maybe to add some separate pieces which can be glued together in this symbol, which was historically on those airplanes. Next we have assembly manual starts with not the stars, but we have another parts map, as you can see here, and again there are some unused parts on clear parts. Also we have here various panels, bombs won't be used, and assembly process begins with cockpit. We continue with installation of various parts. Even here we install separate panels. We join fuselage halves together and close them with tail wheel. Next we continue with, just give me a second. We continue with belly section, let's say, because here we will install pilot seats as well as some other internal components. We assemble the tail surfaces. As you remember, tail wings and tail fin should be glued out of two halves, and the same can be said about the wing parts. Then we continue with installation of them, and let's jump to marking guide. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 marking options included into this kit. That's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, don't forget to write your opinion here in the comment section below. And if you like it, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.